Hey guys, Dave's Detail here. Just finishing up a little project for WatchJRGO. We kind of hijacked his 944. Want to take a second and talk about expectations. So, when you go and buy a car that's been sitting in a field and it's been hammered on, you don't know the history of the car, and we bring it in to clean it up, to polish it, and just get it looking as good as possible. The biggest thing is, what do we have here? First of all, we have a super old paint job. We have a car that's been painted over at some point. We have full clear coat failure. And then obviously like a ridiculous amount of oxidation. So you get all these people that are like, oh, you're hammering on that paint, blah, blah, blah. This paint's already failed. It's gone. What we can do is show you a viable option to say, this is how your paint started. This is what we can do to clean it up, to make it the best it can be at this point without going through and reshooting. The second thing is, some of those character flaws that are in the paint, they tell the story of the car, and it's okay to leave them. So we're not going for perfection. We're going for what is a good way to get the paint looking as good as it can in a super timely manner and very affordable for most people if they want to leave their paint and not go through the process of reshooting. Now, cleaned up really nicely because at some point it's been repainted. We'll go through and get the final polish on it here pretty quick, but that's not bad for the heavy cut. But if you look on this fender and you see all this cracked out, it's completely failed. It's gone. I even hit the other fender on a test spot with 800 grit just to try and get it cleaned up and smooth it out. 800 grit, 1000 grit, 1500 grit, 3000 grit, heavy cut and polish. It didn't do anything. It added a little bit of gloss to it. That's it. All that heavily cracked paint that somebody painted on there at some point is just gone. So we're not going for perfect. We're not going at this with kid gloves. We're going at this with, what can we do to get the car shined up, get it on the road, looking decent, and still let the car tell its story about how it's been sitting in a field and what it looks like. I mean, obviously, none of this is coming out. It's all paint chips. But it's got history. It's got a story. So, for now, we let the car tell the story. And then it's up to the owner if they want to get crazy and do a repaint. Just wanted to cover that with you guys a little bit. There's a lot of internet detailers that throw a fit about processes and what you're doing. The car's gone. It's completely failed. So we're just going to get it cleaned up and looking as good as possible for the time being in a timely and budget-friendly manner. That's it. Nothing fancy. If you want to learn how to do pebble cars, we can talk about that. If you want to learn how to do, super high-end cars, we can talk about that. This is not that car. So, anyways, that's it for the Porsche 944. We're going to finish it up so JR can come pick it up. He's been waiting patiently. We'll get it back down on the ground. Oh, look, he got his new wheels and tires on. Nice and done. Anyways, that's it for Detailed Dave. Have a good one.